this section of our conference tonight. First of all, I want to thank all of the branches, constituency councils and sections that took the time to put down motions, prepare the speeches, provided such an excellent debate that we have had here tonight. As I have stated previously, we in this party are passionate about education because we understand and value the role it plays in helping to break the cycle of disadvantage. We also understand that it will be our educated workforce which will take us out of the present recession and create the knowledge economy that will be key to our success both in economic terms and in creating a sophisticated modern society. For my contribution tonight, I want to give one example from my own constituency to demonstrate how the cuts in education are impacting on the ground in the area of special needs education. And Mary Upton has already referred to the issues in her constituency. One national school has been informed that one of its 2 MGLD classes has been suppressed. The reason given for the suppression of the class was that an MGLD class requires a minimum of 9 pupils. The 2 classes should have had, therefore, a total of 18 pupils. The school submitted a total of 16 on September the 30th, 2008. At no stage was this seen as a problem, as they had children enrolled pending completion of their assessment by the National Educational Psychological Service, or NEPS, for imminent placement in the classes. The special education classes are now full and have a ratio of 9:1. They both meet the minimum ratio. All their special education pupils have been assessed by a NEPS psychologist, meet the criteria for placement in the units, and are being educated in an environment appropriate to their needs. Placement in their units can only happen when a recommendation is made by NEPS. As NEPS psychologists have recommended that each and every one of their pupils should be placed in one of their MGLD units, the return of the special needs children from the suppressed class to a mainstream setting is going to be disastrous. All of their mainstream classes are already full or are over quota. Vulnerable children will therefore have no alternative but to be placed in already full mainstream classes. To quote the principal involved, to suggest that the NEPS-assessed MGLD special education children can have their educational, emotional, behavioural and social needs met in a mainstream setting shows an absolute lack of understanding of these children's needs. This is a bureaucratic decision-making at its worst, with traumatic consequences for all of the children involved, not to mention their parents." End quote. As the pupils from the suppressed class were all placed following assessment by the National Educational Psychological Service, it makes such assessment for placements absolutely pointless. Delegates, think of what the department is doing and saying to this school. It is essentially as follows. We don't care whether you have the required numbers now. You did not have the required numbers in September of last year. Therefore, you're going to lose your class next September. The principal has been told that there is no appeal. However, he has submitted an appeal and is awaiting a response. If his appeal is unsuccessful, how is he to decide which 9 children of the 18 are to be integrated and which will remain in the special class? Is the principal now to act as a psychologist as well? It is beyond belief what is happening, Chair, and I'm just coming to a conclusion. Delegates, this is an example of how the education cuts are impacting. This is how our children with disability are being treated. And these are the most vulnerable in our society that this Fianna Fáil Green government promised not to target. Finally, I commend all of the motions to you tonight and look forward to Labour being in government after the next election and being in control of education once again. Thank you, delegates. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Brendan.